Welcome back everyone to another video here at TTM Motorsport. It's that time of the week again. It's top 10 moments. This time we headed off to France, Le Castellet. Normally quite a boring race, but all of our tiers provided exceptional races, especially tier 1, with battles all throughout the race, as you will see. Just quickly before the video starts, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to make sure you keep up to date with all of the content that we're producing. And also, it would mean so much to us if you could like this video, show us that you're enjoying our content that we're creating. TTM has been on a massive growth spurt recently, and we want to continue that push on YouTube. There'll be links in the description to follow our Twitch, so you can watch the races live. We do also stream them live on YouTube, so make sure you tune in to watch them. And if you feel like you have what it takes to join our community, then click that link on the Discord. And finally, we don't normally do this, but I'd like you to comment down below any video ideas that you would like us to do, whether it's real life racing or stuff in game. Without further ado, let's get on to our top 10, starting off with the teammates battling, which gives M still a beneficial advantage to overtake them. So we've got It's the Cat and It's the Leg battling through just before the long straight, as we see one of them went off, but now It's the Leg and Mem still are able to breeze by It's the Cat using that DRS and a bit of that overtake into the chicane. Costly mistake there from It's the Cat and It's the Leg battling. But anyway, on to number 9, we have Simba versus Stanth. Simba in the Williams behind Stanth on this long back straight again, where most of the overtakes normally would happen. See Stanth move over to the left, trying to defend that inside line. Simba just outbreaks him round the outside. Stanth tries to squeeze him as much as he can, still leaving room though, and Simba is managed to get past on that occasion. But excellent racing from the two of them there, not to spin, as it's very easy to do so there. On to number 8, we have the first corner flip from our tier 3 race. As you can see, very wet conditions. On board with Coles here, who we will see what his fate is after turn 1/turn 2, but now he's got away pretty decently, obviously quite difficult to get away in the wet. Manages to overtake a car there on his left hand side, getting squeezed very tight on the right, and as we come through the tight turn 1, he gets pinched between two cars, goes up on his side and over he goes, but luckily he was able to continue on for the rest of the race. On to number 7, we have our tier 1 commentators having a right old ding dong battle in the tier 2 race, as we're on board with Jerry now, with M still in the blue car on his right hand side. Jerry brakes a little bit earlier, M still a little bit deep into the chicane, but now M still will be sure to use that overtake mode to try and get past him as they make the run down the slight uphill before the flat right-hander. Jerry is down the inside, M still hangs it round on those hard tyres as well. Massive tyre advantage for Jerry here. But on those tyres, Jerry is just able to find that grip on the inside and get past his fellow commentator. On to number 6, we have Tamiston versus Stanth. Tamiston here in the Alfa Romeo, Stanth obviously in the Renault. Coming to the end of the lap now, not normally a place where you see the overtake, but Stanth goes wide on the penultimate corner. Tamiston can just get that inside line and drives right round the outside of him on that final corner. An excellent move there, very opportunistic, as you don't see many moves happening there, even in the game. But yeah, that was very nice, very clean, opportunistic, like I said, from Tamiston. On to our top 5, we have Dave versus Jagerbomb. Both two new tier 1 drivers, I believe, but on board with Dave now, the other Alfa Romeo driver, with Jaeger in the Mercedes ahead. Dave trying to look for a move in that chicane, but couldn't find one, so just has to sit behind him and wait a little bit longer. But the battling will come thick and fast as he looks around this long right-hander. Can he make a move as Jaeger makes a little mistake and allows Dave to go up the inside? Again, the Alfa Romeo drivers loving to make moves where you don't normally see them. On to number 4, we have Coles and his safety car restart, back again with the tier 3 driver, having survived his flip. He's about to get a very interesting restart as the safety cars come in. He rounds the final corner and off they go, with Joey ahead and LMB or 2 places ahead, using that overtake mode, seeing what he can do, seeing if there's any overtake opportunities, as LMB goes very wide, compromises Joey as well, and Coles can get past, but then he gets tagged on the left rear and hits the wall, and after making that fantastic move, just squeezed LMB a little bit too harshly. But up until then, it was a great move. Onto our top 3, we have Dave versus Carl Duncan. This is the first of 2 lap-long battles that we have in our top 3. As you see, Dave manages to get past fairly easily with the DRS. Very powerful around here, but he goes quite deep into the chicane. Carl's able to get a little bit of a switch back. Carl's probably using that overtake mode as well, getting in that slipstream, ducks out to the right hand side, and is powering past Dave. So not only have we had 2 overtakes, but he's just going to keep going on and on and on for this whole lap. Dave's just going to try and stick behind, looks for a move, a little bit of a touch there, isn't ideal, but both drivers are able to carry on. As he now goes around the left-hander, Carl goes wide, Dave looks round the outside, which will turn to the inside in a minute for the penultimate corner. Both drivers understeered a bit wide. Dave keeps it there, trying to recreate his move from his teammate Tamerson earlier on, and drives around the outside of Carl. Excellent racing there from the 2 of them. Carl looks to try and get back past, but Dave just has that top speed advantage over him. On to number 2, our runner-up, we have Brindy, making a double overtake on myself, Pickles, and Jagerbomb. Is going right around the outside, which then turns to the inside before the long straight. That was an excellent move around the outside. Don't normally see overtakes there, but very opportunistic and very clean from Brindy as per usual. And on to our top moment. It is myself and Brindy. We had one of the best battles I've ever had, going from lap 1 to lap 27, and this is the best battle that we had that lasted over a lap. As we on board with Brindy, he goes down the inside, brakes. I yield the position because I know there's a long straight coming up. Just try and keep with him through this tight and technical section. I think I was running a bit more downforce. Brindy had that top speed advantage, but I was better in the corners. Because as we see, we both have DRS, but the slipstream just isn't helping at all. I duck out of it a little bit to cool my engine down. And then through the chicane, we compromise a bit on our entry to hopefully get a better switch back and traction out of the chicane. As you see, overtake, Brindy moves to the right, but we move further to the right. Down the inside we go, powering up the hill before the flat right. We stick it side by side together, managing not to crash, and then onto our offboard. Literally for the whole of Sector 3 we are side by side. One of us goes ahead, the other one goes ahead, just neither of us giving up, but giving each other room. Massive respect. As you see, even there, I keep it around the outside, which then turns to the inside, but Brindy keeps it there on the inside, pushes me wide. I try and drive around the outside. He tries to drive around the outside of me on the final corner. I just get ahead of him, and you think, oh, action's over, that's it. But no, Brindy comes back at me on the main straight, using that DRS, using that overtake, that top speed advantage. Goes down the inside of turn 1, can be very difficult to overtake. I keep my nose in there into turn 2, and over with the crest we come, just leaving him enough room. As we power down towards the end of Sector 1, Brindy goes around the outside, outbrakes me into this tight and technical section before the long straight, but there is still the long straight to go. And even with my top speed disadvantage, DRS and overtake should help me out here, as we've just passed the DRS marker board. Brindy's moved to the left to defend that inside, but even only by the braking zone are we side by side. Brindy leaves us room on that inside, we leave him room on the outside of the chicane, not squeezing him, and that's just a drag race up the hill before the flat right hander. And I think I might have had a slightly more ERS, because I just managed to squeeze ahead, but phenomenal racing from the both of us there. Massive respect to Brindy. We had battles like that all race long. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Remember everything I said at the beginning. Like, subscribe, follow the Twitch, join the Discord, and comment any video ideas that you would like to see from TTM. And until next time, we'll see you later.